Hey, how y'all doing? I know this is not when you're supposed to see me normally, but um I had some stuff I had to get off my chest today, and it simply could not wait. Good afternoon, evening, groovy, brother Theo. Glad y'all could make it up in here. Check it out. Hey, I finally got my Avengers 87 Black Panther Funko. The box is like a billion times bigger than the. That's why I never take them out the box. Come on, yo, what is good, homie, Lokester, going in, staying in. Let me see what eyes. Oh, you know what? I need to grab something real quick. Wait a minute. It's not in there. Ha, got it in here. Ha ha. Boom, bam. Okay. Let's get down to cases, kiddies. Normal, normal, normal. Stand up. If I could put you on stage and let you do stand up, you would probably realize some things. Mr. Martin, what's going on? Ronnie. And the venerable Mr. Smith. Glad you could make it, sir. Hey, Mr. Smith, curious, what did you use besides the Guardians of the Galaxy mantis to customize that mantis? Because that mantis was a 70s throwback, and I absolutely love that. You have to share. You don't have to share here. But yeah, please share how you got that so Steve Englehart looking. That was banging. That was banging, man. Um, okay, y'all. Hello and welcome to a special Wednesday. Why? Why am I here on Wednesday? Because Thursday I got business that needs to be handled within the live time frame, but I do not want to short y'all of a live. So here we is going live on a Wednesday. And I got some stuff I want to talk about too. As y'all saw. Oops, there. As y'all saw. Okay. The and more, it's a couple things, maybe like one or two things, not a lot of things, but the and more is one or two things that y'all probably gonna have to see or hear about or talk about. Oh, okay. Say less, sir. Say less. All right. You got the action figure. Okay. Okay. I'm glad you got it. All right. You just haven't sent the picture to me yet. Okay. Well, you know what your homework is, Ronnie. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. Okay. Black Panther 3. Okay. So we have already established that Marvel Studios is on a nihilistic path as far as profiting is concerned, as far as coming up with viable ideas is concerned. And so they get the grand idea to do a Black Panther 3, or to try to greenlight it anyway. Why? Why would you greenlight a Black Panther 3 movie? Okay. Let's find out. Because right now, it's just talk and conjecture as far as I can see. Okay. And there was talk of a Black Panther 3 happening as far back as a year ago. So Black Panther 3. Okay. I'll just read some of the article to you, and then we can draw our conclusions and our conjecture from there. Black Panther Wakanda Forever perfectly sets the stage for Black Panther 3 in the MCU. Perfectly? I don't know about all that. The follow-up to 2018's Black Panther went through some dramatic changes in development after the sudden death of Chadwick Boseman. Yada, yada, yada. But no mention of Derek Boseman and his interview 2 days prior. Never is. Shuri develops a synthetic heart-shaped herb, rounding off the MCU's Phase 4. Black Panther Wakanda Forever was a huge success. Now, see, propaganda. That's propaganda. Okay? Propaganda was something that I was put on in elementary school, 5th grade, as a matter of fact. Just because that celebrity says they enjoy blank, blank cola does not mean that you will enjoy blank, blank cola. Just because a journalist says Black Panther Wakanda Forever was a success, go ahead and extrapolate. You see what I'm getting at. Ryan Coogler has already confirmed that there are several ideas floating around for Black Panther 3, just like there were several ideas floating around for Wakanda Forever. Not a good sign. Should it be announced by Marvel Studios? Should it be announced? So, rumor, conjecture, what somebody would like to see, not necessarily what should be. Okay? We know about opinions and a-holes. Okie dokie. Hey, all right. There we go. Y'all already started digging in. Hi, Keita. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, Gray. What's up? Good to see you as well. Mr. Smith leading the charge. Black Panther 3 hard pass for me unless T'Challa is recast. So say we all, Brother Ray. BP2 was arse. That's ass for y'all who ain't in the know. No T'Challa or Ramonda, no ticket. Well, guess it ain't gonna be no ticket. Yeah, that's what I said. Huge success. Bullshiggity, no diggity. They purposefully gave the movie a female-heavy cast and Latino tinge to try to kneecap pro recasters. But we haven't. See, that's the thing. We haven't been kneecapped. We've been parried. We've been blindfolded. We've been gagged. never stopped. You never stopped hearing, and you still haven't stopped hearing Recast T'Challa. Thanks to people, like y'all in the chat, Buckmeister. We ain't ever stopped hearing it. It's just, I feel like by and large there was a movement to try to relegate us to the same place as it was to relegate people who were pro-Trump. Now, I ain't saying nothing bad or good about them. I'm just saying, regardless of what Trump did, people who supported Trump got painted a certain way, whether it was 100% accurate or not. You see what I'm getting at? Some of it might be. But if I'm 80% guilty with facts, I don't need you to tell 20% worth of lies. 80% is enough for conviction. You see what I'm saying? So to go at us, or because I've been told that a lot of what we think and what we feel as pro recasters is in our imagination. Another popular trope. You don't work at Marvel Studios, so you don't have any say about what happens in this movie. So if I were a $1 billion company and I said, F what the people want to see, I'm going to make the movie I think I should make. How long you think I'm gonna have a $1 billion movie company after that? If I just start making shit I wanted to make. Damn what is all over social media saying this is what the people want. That's why nobody's fooling with the MCU anymore, excuse me. Because they want to do what they want to do versus what the majority, and let me qualify my statement, the majority of fans want them to do. I think that's a pretty accurate assessment of what is going on currently. And this is Screen Rant. And you know what I found out about Screen Rant? Screen Rant will tell you some stuff one day, and then not even 24 hours later, they're telling you something different. So the conclusion I can draw from that is Screen Rant just wants you to be looking at Screen Rant, or Screen Rant will tell any story that's put in front of them, or they'll spin any story that's put in front of them. And because you got this, and I know I sound crazy, but you got this overabundance of people in the media pumping a narrative. But they try to make us sound a particular way. Like we all far rockers. Like we all, like we done all lost our onions. You know what I mean? So I could see y'all see. You lose 100 million and it's a success. Exactly. Professor, good day. Yes, ma'am. Propaganda, 150%. I do not want a Black Panther 3 movie without, it's so sad. So preach it to the choir, Ronnie. Preach it to the choir, baby. That awful movie vindicated our point. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying about, sites and places and outlets like Screen Rant that are just for hire. You give me a story and enough something, I'll tell it the way you want it told. Damn the truth. How you want me to spin this story? Call me Twister. I'm about to spin this story, is what they do. And that ain't no disrespect to nobody who works for Screen Rant, but check yourself. You know what I mean? I might be talking reckless right now, but I feel like they need to check themselves because you already saying, oh, I heard this or I heard that. And it's good that you heard that, but don't tell nobody what somebody else thinks. And that's what they do a lot of times. They tell folks what they think somebody else thinks. That ain't really what they think. Then when you get that person on the hot seat and pin them down, then they squirming and squealing and oh well, I just you know what I'm saying? Let them tell their story. Nate Moore, I lost $500 million on a sequel, and I'm thinking about doing a third film. Marvel. Nah, actually, Marvel like it's just money. Go for it, Nate. Yeah, that's what they like. They with it. You know what I mean? I meant women lead movie with heavy Latino flavor was their give this man a shield moment versus us. Well, and I'm gonna say something else too, and I don't care who it offends. The current generation is soft. The current generation is soft and effing sensitive. You know what I mean? It's like, man, you could say something to somebody 20, 30 years ago and they be offended, they be mad, but they wouldn't go on the news and cry. They wouldn't go on the news and say, I didn't like what that person said. Cancel her. Cancel him. You mugs are soft. Y'all are soft as Charmin. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I'm not saying nobody in the chat, but if y'all under the age of 35, it ain't on me. You know what I'm saying? It's reflected in our society. You know what I'm saying? How everybody coming down on comedians or telling comedians you can't tell this joke or you can't tell that joke. What the F? That's freedom of speech. If I want to tell a joke about Aquafina and her black sin, I am perfectly within my rights to do that. And if I could do it in a way that's humorous, who are Asian people to come and tell me about what kind of jokes I should and shouldn't be telling? Who are black people to come and tell me about what kind of jokes I should be? White, Latino, how you gonna tell me what jokes I can and can't? Because in society, you're not supposed to say that. Who said? The people who are easily offended? The people who represent the demographic I'm talking about? Okay, you just got a joke told about you. Get over that shit. That part. If you ain't gonna do right, I have absolutely no problem not giving you my money. What divided the group? What divided fans of the Black Panther? Was it the death of Chadwick Boseman? Was it the December 8th interview that Derek Boseman gave? Was it the revelation of us knowing what the Black Panther sequel was going to be about and what was in it and who wasn't in it? Or was it a culmination of all of that? And did we have all of that going on when the first Black Panther movie dropped? Long story short, okay, I've been talking about this for 20 minutes. Long story short, I don't really give a crap. I'm not going to give any of my money to them. I'm not going to. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. So, unless one of y'all, like y'all did today, comes to me and says, do y'all think you might want to speak on Black Panther 3? This is what's going on right now. If it ain't none of that, and right now, I would urge us at this point in time, right now, on January 17th, before any damn thing gets into production, that we recast T'Challa up into high gear. Because even though it's rumor and conjecture, and it ain't, for show, they already talking about it. They already talking about it. Okay, you gonna try to, push us to the side. We need to let them know they can't. You can't push us to the side and say, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna listen to you. I'll make this dumbass movie anyway. Y'all still in here saying, huh? I sure do remember that song, Mr. Smith. Got to give the people, get the people what they want. Yes. That was OJ's, right? I think it was OJ. Okay. You could not have summarized that any better, Kamoyo. That is exactly what Screen Rant is. I know I'm right about it. I see it every day. They crying and committing suicide, and I mean, I'm not making light of suicide. Never that. But it's in your music, it's in your TV shows and movies and everything you do. Your ideas that you put on screen and on records are a direct correlation to who and what you are culturally, societally. It's sad. I mean, grow a damn pair. You know what I mean? And stop bitching about everything all the time, and stop attempting to cancel everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about a certain community, but they did go in pretty damn hard on Dave Chappelle. Last time I checked, man was telling jokes. Man wasn't trying to get no laws passed. Man wasn't trying to curtail anybody in that community from doing or saying anything. So why in the hell are they trying to do that to him? He ain't told them what they can and can't say. So why are they going to tell that man what he can and can't say? We talk about freedom of speech, but freedom of speech ain't freedom of speech when you talk about me. You ain't free to talk about me. And when I say me, I don't mean me. But if we mean me, you are free to talk about me, but you ain't free to have a say about how I respond. And I guarantee you, I ain't going to respond soft. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to get sensitive. I'm not going to try to cancel you. I'm going to do my research and come back. That's what men do. Yep, that's what my man Theo. So I soft and drugstore cotton. Yeah, and I see y'all agree. Hey, when the times are tough and people are soft, do the times get tougher or do the people get tougher? People supposed to get tougher is what I thought. When times are tough, you're supposed to get tough in order to deal with the tough times. Not start crying like a bunch of little sissy mouths. You know what I'm saying? It's irritating. It's irritating, man. It's irritating. Bruh. Shoot. D.L. Hughley, for that matter, Gray. Man, I sat on the front row at a Bernie Mac and D.L. Hughley show, and D.L. Hughley talked about my ass. I didn't cry. I laughed. I laughed right along with it because, I mean, it wasn't a creative joke, but I mean, when you're on a roll and you done just talked about the first four people on the road, and then you get to the fifth one. It don't matter what you say about that fifth person. They gonna laugh anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get it, man. I don't get it these days. Yeah, y'all got to stop being so softy. So, what divided the fan was lack of respect for the character and those who were there all along. Lack of respect for, okay, I could see that. Okay, but then we got into this thing, Mr. Smith, of Chad is T'Challa and T'Challa is Chad. You know what I'm saying? That stupidity. Yes, that's what I'm going to call it. Stupidity. That's stupid. Roger Moore was not James Bond. James Bond was a character played by Roger Moore. I separate the two. Chadwick Boseman is not the Black Panther. As much as I love both of them, I know how to separate the two. It's a character Mr. Boseman played. So when Mr. Boseman passed, that character did not have to pass with him. Again, it was the machinations of an over-emotional, uninformed, underestimating individual by the name of Ryan Coogler that made the decision to move forward with the movie. We didn't know about, I mean, we done said a million times, million days, million ways. You didn't have to do that project this year. You didn't have to do that project the year after. Do the project when you can put a T'Challa in it and not his damn son with his name. That's stupid too. They did give you a recast. His son. Will Bruce Lee's son be a recast of him? In Die Hard, when what was it, Live Free or Die Hard? He was in a movie with his son. His son got old enough to be going on them crazy adventures with him. So if John McClane dies and his son takes over, is that a recast? No, that's stupid. Stop saying that to me. I don't want to hear that no more. Don't say to me Toussaint is a recast, because he's not. Somebody's kid coming into a franchise is not a recast. That's a whole nother direction. As soon as Kevin said they were recasting T'Challa was the beginning of the great divide of the fan base. That I would say, Groovy, that was one of the arrows. That was one of the arrows. That wasn't quite the shot to the heart, but it was an arrow in the stomach for sure. Or as soon as Kevin said they weren't recasted. Yeah, that was shot in the stomach, because no disrespect to Chadwick Boseman. When he died, I did my grieving in my own way, but I was still ready to see more Black Panther. Just like when Sean Connery said he wasn't doing James Bond anymore. I think his last movie was Diamonds Are Forever before he did the other one. But Roger Moore took over with Live and Let Die. I wanted to see Roger Moore in Live and Let Die. So instead of saying, I don't care what y'all think, they said, okay, we know that y'all enjoy the James Bond franchise. So we're going to put a new actor in the role and see what y'all think. And I'll be honest, it was received kind of, Live and Let Die wasn't, ooh. But the man with the golden gun, got to give it time. Or you got to just be there long enough to say, it ain't going nowhere, so F off. Now, if they had a went on ahead and recast T'Challa, you know what? Perfect segue into my next topic. I'm going to read these comments and then we're going to get right into the next one. The second Feige walked out on that stage and said what he said, people started saying they were through with Marvel. Yeah, that was the beginning of the end for me. I ain't going to lie. Yeah. I'm so sick and tired of people using Chadwick Boseman's death as an excuse to not recast the character of T'Challa when there have been what I've been saying. What I've been saying. I'm so with you, Kamoyo. I'm down like 4 flats, man. I ain't with that cancel culture. How you gonna cancel me? Only way you gonna cancel somebody is if they don't want to do what they want to do no more. You ain't canceling nobody. How do you cancel an entire human being? We're canceling. You're canceled, buddy. F off. Nah. Let them keep playing. Let them see a $200 million project go down the drain like the Marvels and Ant-Man. You recast leads, members of ensemble, coach from Cheers, Joel Ewing, Dallas. You don't need to. Some bruise easily. Yeah, they do. Chadwick Boseman was born after T'Challa was created. That's what I tell people who make that statement. James Bond. Why you can't say nothing, Daniel Craig? That's why you can't say nothing, Pierce Brosnan. James Bond was a thing before they was born. So we had more James Bonds. I don't get it. Well, I do get it. It's purposeful. The disingenuous of it all got observed. They had the casting director talking about we couldn't recast Chadwick. Like, what the hell, lady? You do this for a living. We couldn't recast. No, you chose not to. Because there's nothing stopping you from recasting a character unless, you know what I'm saying, the producers or somebody, the executives or somebody from on high says, don't recast that character. Kevin Feige said he didn't say it. Kevin Feige hurried up and got his ass out of the way after he said what he said on December 10th of 2020. He hurried up and got out of the way and was like, that's Nate and Ryan over there. Talk to them. These goofs are basically Coogler soft and overly emotional and sensitive. Okay? If you ain't in no emotional state when you're making a movie, you're going to make the movie you want to make, not the movie you feel you shouldn't make. Ooh, that was good. I need to keep that in mind. Okay. There you go, Gray. There you go. That part. I bet people who ain't never been over here in a long time, they come back and they like, dang, y'all still talking about this? Yes. We still talking about it. Hey, Chad, how you doing, bro? Somebody said, hey, Chad. Glad you're here, Chad. The gut shot for me was when Black publications either kept their mouth shut or attacked the hashtag from their platforms. That's a whole nother problem, Gray. We got to do something about us because we're always talking, and this is it's a point I always make. We're always talking about what white people need to do to make things better in this country or how white people need to change. I got a news flash for y'all. You of the highly melanated complexion will not be the catalyst for white people to change. Let me tell you what's going to change white people. Other white people changing. That's always how it works. Racism is a white-bodied person's problem, not ours. You don't ask your oppressor to stop oppressing you. Your oppressor has to realize that the effed up stuff they doing, they shouldn't be doing, and stop. How long has been going on? Since the Reconstruction era? That wasn't even the 1900s. So, yeah, y'all. If Marvel's not careful, Disney is going to sell them just like Fox sold all of their movie catalog. It's business. It's business, Ronnie. So unfortunately, that is something that can happen. All they did was talk from a safe distance, Gray. No one wanted that smoke and still don't. I ain't always pro recast, no disrespect, but do we still need the four tops? Qualify that statement, Paul. I am not seeing the layers. They're trying to coddle PC people. That's a deep thought, Keita. That's a very deep thought. Now I'm gonna hit y'all with a deep thought. Let's go. Just bear with me for a second. Let's go to this parallel universe for a second. Since multiversal, blah, 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 all that BS. Not Chadwick Boseman, mind you. Not Chadwick Boseman. No. What if, yes, this is a what if subject. What if T'Challa had never died? And when I say, what if T'Challa had never died? I mean, there was never no BS as undisclosed disease. So we're talking about the events right after Endgame. Okay? Chilling in Wakanda, having a wonderful time. Life is good. People who got blipped are back. You know, we done dealt with Thanos, blah, blah, blah. So on. Would that story go the same way? Nah. Most likely, it would not. I feel like if we still had T'Challa in the MCU, Wakanda Forever would have resonated a lot more loudly. And I feel like it wouldn't have been as silly. I feel like in this universe, they would have treated T'Challa better, especially in the interactions between him and Shuri, as far as them engaging one another from an intellectual standpoint, because all of the energy that you got between them two when they were together was Shuri is so much smarter than T'Challa is. That shouldn't be the dynamic. That should never be the dynamic. And if that is the dynamic, it shouldn't be the dynamic. Would I have went right away to Namor? In another universe, somebody would have been smart enough to see that there is a better story cinematically to tell. Okay, because I know crap tons of stories. Let's do it like this. If there was a sequel with T'Challa in it, bear with me, I wouldn't have killed Killmonger. Why? Because Killmonger, like Loki, was a memorable ass villain, was a very good villain, was a villain with depth, versus the villain in Iron Man 2 or the villain in Thor, the Dark World, the villain in the Marvels, the villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Very forgettable characters. Not utilized properly, or just flat out not utilized correctly. Killmonger, what I would have done, I would have added the altar, the resurrection altar, to this universe. We would have had a resurrection altar, and I would have used the resurrection altar to bring Killmonger back and precipitated the events of Panther's rage. And since we tweaking and freaking and making things different, instead of Monica Lynn, as much as I love Monica Lynn, I'd have put Aurora in there. Because remember, T'Challa and Aurora met as teenagers in the African wilderness. And at one point, she almost killed him. And then they met again in Marvel Team Up number 100. And that meeting was kind of, ooh, I'm feeling you. And ooh, I'm feeling you too. But how we going to act on that? Let's just go straight into that. Okay? Him dealing with Panther's rage, him carrying on a romance with Aurora. And after all of that jungle action, Panther's rage stuff is over. That is when he asks Aurora to marry him. How's that Black Panther Wakanda Forever sound? Think that would have did $1 billion? I don't know. But I'm telling you, rich with all, and you ain't got to go nowhere into nobody else's mythos to draw no characters or nothing out. You deal with Lower Carnage. You deal with Somber. You deal with Venom with 2 M's. You deal with Salamander Cruel. You deal with Madam Slay. You got enough characters in there without bringing in Ironheart, without bringing in some random character from another mythos. T'Challa's world is enough. All you have to do, Ryan Coogler, Nate Moore, is pick up a comic book. You know about all this. Don't nobody want to pick up no comic book. Let's see what y'all talking about. T'Challa would still not be one of the top geniuses in the MCU. because he's not smart or because there are people smarter. Please don't say Tony Stark. You know, and what I'm getting at, Paul, is don't downgrade T'Challa in the first place. Don't sell him short intellect wise in the first place. It was no reason. It was for no reason when you review Avengers. True, true, very true, Theo. Very, very true. Aurora was only in that story to be used as a yeah. Wakandans loyal to Killmonger's uprising, steal his body, and take it to the resurrection altar. Then you get Madam Slay. See? Come on, y'all, with me. If you look at her usage in Avengers vs. X-Men, she was only used as a foil for her and T'Challa to be broken up. Oh, I don't have to go back and look, Theo. I know. 100%. They were trying to build Wakanda Forever as a tentpole marquee film for Phase 4 and have ramifications stem from it. Aurora, Killmonger, and Doctor Doom would have fit that bill. Diesel! He said he said that's viable. Thank you, sir. I'd like to think it would have. The first film proved that T'Challa's world was enough. Let the church say amen, Gray. Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler are scared of the comic books because then they'll gain knowledge that other people already know, and they don't want anybody to be smarter than them. Okay. That's why they bleeding money now. Because they don't want people to know stuff. That's why they bleed money right now. Okay? I don't get why, of all of the characters and all of the franchises, all of the stuff that they got to utilize, they go in these weird ass directions and go get the Office brand characters they can find and put them on the screen when there's characters that have been around longer and deserve screen time. Case in point, you ain't got the Fantastic Four right cinematically yet. Be nice if you gave Marvel First Family their respect. You know what I'm saying? And when you reboot the Fantastic Four, that there is a perfect opportunity to do T'Challa. Why wouldn't you? Have T'Challa make an entrance in the Fantastic Four movie, a la Fantastic Four 52, the same way he made an entrance in Captain America Civil War. He get the respect he deserved. You know what I'm saying? T'Challa in Fantastic Four 52 has swagger. T'Challa in Fantastic Four 52 had confidence. T'Challa in Fantastic Four 52 was a cold ass strategist. What's wrong with showing that? Ain't nothing wrong with showing that. Show that man some love. But that's too hard. That's too difficult a thing to do, to be respectful of a character, be respectful of that character's place in history. How come we can't do that? Oh wait, they do it with Superman all the time. Oh wait, they do it all the time with Batman. Don't tell me you can't. Don't say stuff like we couldn't. Tell the truth. We ain't doing it. We don't give a damn what you pro recasters think, and we ain't ever going to give a damn what you pro recasters think, and y'all could just go F off in the corner somewhere. We ain't never making a movie that y'all gonna like. We're making a movie that we like. Just say that. You know what I mean? And then I can know that my not spending money on y'all is warranted. Yeah, exactly. It should be. Okay, well, Paul, you on an island because that's all I hear people talking about is, man, if they mess X-Men up, I'm like, bruh, they done messed enough up for me that I don't care what they bring on at this point. They could do Secret Wars. I mean, like Secret Wars with the Beyonder on the planet and slay your enemies and whatever you desire shall be yours. They could do that, and I wouldn't be excited because I know they wouldn't do it right. It wouldn't be done right. They getting ready to do a Secret Wars now. You know, already brought us the wrong Secret Invasion. Now they about to bring us the wrong Secret Wars, and just there's too much. It's too grabastic and weird now in the MCU for them to save themselves. They've gone too far to go any further. They've gone to anything else right now is Don Quixote charging windmills. You know what I'm saying? It just is. There is no reason, no rhyme, no really real purpose for the MCU to keep moving forward with shit because they just keep screwing it up royally. They're like, oh, that was just phase 4. Phase 5 is going to be different. If they don't do anything different behind the camera, guess what? Phase 5 gonna be exactly the same as phase 4. Just saying. My movie funds will be spent on action figures, comics, and various other merchandise. Ding, 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 ding. And ding, 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 ding. This is fire. We're gonna talk about this in a second. Daredevil is the only thing that slightly has me interested. Well, you tell me how that is, Paul. I'm gonna have to backtrack and grab that Marvel Team Up 100. Well, okay, don't get thrown off, Chad. Marvel Team Up 100 is Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four, and it's the first appearance of Karma, the X-Men Karma, who has the ability to like possess people. It's her. T'Challa and Aurora's meeting is a backup story in that comic. So there you go. In case you go shopping for that and you're like, where's that story? If they don't know what's going on in your LCS, they ain't gonna be able to tell you. So Marvel Team Up number 100 is a backup story in Marvel Team Up 100. They have gone beyond the Rubicon with failure. I love that. Paul Martin immediately after Endgame, fans like myself were interested in BPFF X-Men. Same. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. If y'all listened, I'm gonna save this for last. Okay, if y'all listened to my radio program this morning, I mentioned the great state of Florida, and how currently there, rather in October, there was this 29-year-old school teacher named Marie Gorda. And she got in trouble for having sex with a middle school student. 8th grade. 8th grade. That's middle school, right? So that's like what? 13, 12, 13, 12, 13, somewhere around there. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, 13, 14 at the most. Okay. She had sex with this young man in a car. She had sex with this young man in a motel and various other places. and took pictures of it and filmed it. Now, the humorous side of me wants to say, where were these kinds of teachers when I was in the 8th grade? No, I had to get that out of the way. I promise I will not make another remark like that again. I do not want to offend anyone. That was my first thought, but then my second thought was like, this shit is out of hand. It's too many of these. I mean, because you had it right with what's her name? Mary Kay Letourneau. I mean, she was, sexing one of her students, but it was like an isolated incident, and that's what made it so like, oh my God. But now it's so damn common, we don't even blink an eyeball anymore when we see teacher having sex with student. Now they talking about giving this woman 90 years, 90, 80, I think it was 80 or 90 years if she get convicted. She facing it. Okay. But she's walking out free right now. She's walking around the streets. I think her trial's next month. Now, let's be honest. Everybody talking about they want things to be equal. They talking about they want things to be fair. Let's tell the truth. If this was a man who had sex with a female student, would he be walking around on the streets right now? Fairness, justice, equality should be equal across the board. It should work for everybody, or it shouldn't work for nobody. Cute as she is, throw her ass in jail. Period. You broke, blah, blah, blah. And we feel like you're a dang. What's going to stop you from boning another 8th grader? She got let go from the job at the school she was working with and got a job at another school in the same district. The fuck? Oh, it's Florida. Y'all tell me how that works. Wow, only in my state of Florida do you get crazy stories like this. Bruh. Yes, Keita. Wow. Yep, Gray, if it was a man, his ass be under the jail. Why? Because as much as we say we won't change, as much as we say we want things to be equal, we don't. And our actions say so. That's what I'm saying. That's what I got out of that. Why is this woman walking the streets being allowed to work and have a job and just continue on like she wasn't boning nobody? More than one picture, more than 10 pictures, more than one video, more than 5 videos. So when y'all traded it between one another, that was distribution of pornography to a minor. That's where the 80 years come from. If y'all was wondering, why they come up with such extravagance? No, that's where the 80 years come from. Each count is a certain amount of time. Huh. Nope, he would be locked up unless he old and rich. In that color. Gender equality is selective. Yes, it is. And the gender being favored won't say so. Nope, they would be under the jail. They would bulldoze it and put a strip mall on top of it and forget he was down there. That's crazy. Shit, Chomo. You mean Chola or Chula? No, the Camoyo kid, y'all are very different in Louisiana. She's supposed to be under the jail. She was selling them bad boys. Bruh. That part right there. But she walking around free right now. She on some Derek Chauvin. She walking around free after what she did. Why call out that which you directly benefit from? Well, I'm not saying she should call it out, Moyo. I'm saying there are folks right now who have done the same thing she's done, but are sitting in jail right now. No, you ain't gonna call it out if you benefiting from it. I'm saying, why ain't nobody else around this woman calling it out? Why aren't her peers calling it out? Why aren't this child's parents calling it out? I mean, they were the ones who initially found out about it and took action, but why aren't they pushing for her to be in jail? Because I'll tell you why. Because in society, we still have those double standards. When a man sleeps with a woman, he's a hero. When a woman sleeps with a man, she's a zero. Or a hoe. we need to get on track about what we want to do, because that's that to me, that's the biggest problem with our society, with our culture in general. We can't make up our mind and stick to a course of action or a path. We say we want to do this, then we start doing it, but then it's not popular anymore. It's passe. It's not the hotness, so we stop doing it. But then when it comes up again, we're gonna bitch about it. Why? You wasn't doing nothing about it earlier. Now you want to be making noises. Perfect freaking example. You know what I'm saying? Folks hollering at me, talking about derail. How come you ain't said nothing about the Jonathan Major situation? How come you ain't doing no videos? Because ultimately, I can take a crap ton of suggestions from people for video ideas. Ultimately, I do the videos that I want to do. There's got to be something in it for me. Okay. what's going on with Jonathan Majors right now, how is that different than all the black celebrities who are being crucified in the media and continue to be crucified in the media? How is it different? It's not new. It's just a new person having that wrath visited upon them. Same wrath. Same people behind it. Different person. Different victim. So, I mean, you can put whatever name you want to put on it. Jonathan Majors, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, O.J. Simpson. I mean, you can put whatever name you want to put in there. And O.J. Simpson is the exception, not the rule, just so you know. When we getting stuff done to us or said about us, Nate Parker, yes, thank you, Gray. Same shit. Same kind of thing. But Jonathan Majors is the victim of the hour. How about this, people on social media? Instead of harping on the latest hotness, if you truly, truly, truly care about changing it, talk about the situation and not the celebrity. Talk about all black male celebrities being done dirty. Ooh, there's a twist. And I'm not saying delineate or take away from what's going on or what's being visited on Jonathan Majors, but Jonathan Majors is not the first and he won't be the last, y'all. So rather than focus on Jonathan Majors, focus on the shit he's going through. Call that out. Don't say poor Jonathan Majors, say poor black actors. Here ends the lesson, social media moguls and all of you people that's trying to be the newest, hottest, and love the cape for likes and subs and all of that. Tell a story that benefits somebody besides your monetization. I'm sorry. Yeah, Khalif Browder. I mean, it ain't necessarily got to be celebrities. I just mentioned celebrities because everybody on this Jonathan Majors thing and they bombing, and folks sending me stuff in my messages and DMing me. How come you ain't gone? Because what's going on with Jonathan Majors is not unique to Jonathan Majors. Focus on what's going on with the man, not the man himself. It ain't poor Jonathan Majors, it's poor black men. Because just like Keita pointed out, that could have been anybody. I got friends that have been in that situation. White women lying on them and saying they did some stuff that they didn't do. Oh, I know that story very, 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 very freaking well. Okay? Don't make it about one person because it ain't one person catching it like that. Y'all feel me? It's a bunch of brothers catching it like that. And I ain't saying, oh, hey guys, stop messing with those black women. But if all you guys share one thing in common, and they're all blonde-haired and blue-eyed, might want to change what you prefer. Just a thought. That may not be the solution, but I don't know no sisters do that. I mean, if they are, I'm not saying there aren't any. I don't know no sisters that do that. I don't know no Filipino chicks that do that. I don't know. I don't. I have not. If they may be out there, I haven't met. I'm just saying, man. Let's well, before y'all jump down my throat talking about I ain't doing enough Jonathan Majors videos. Check out the videos I do be doing now. Brothers getting exonerated every other day. Getting exonerated? Really? Okay. It's institutional racism. That is one way to look at it, Kamoya. That is one way to look at it. That Central Park 5. We get ran through the system all the time, man. Constantly. We get ran through the system all the time. And if we ain't getting ran through the system, we getting wholesale slaughtered. You know, I had a brother say to me, one day he asked me, why, how come he's a Republican? How come black people, oh, and he's black. How come black people ain't trying to deal with black on black crime? Why they too busy dealing with everything else? They need to deal with black on black crime. That's what affects them directly. It's in their neighborhood. I do not have the energy to go back and forth like that no more with people whose views of our situation are that prejudiced and narrow-minded because they ain't looking at the big picture. And the only thing I say to that man every time he says something to me is, why don't you focus on the why instead of the what? And that's what we do all the time. We focus on why brothers are shooting each other, but we don't focus on what makes them do it. Eliminate what makes them do it, and then they won't be doing it. Black on black crime is an easy solve. We just won't put the effort and resources into it because it will affect other ethnicities. What causes crime? Circumstance, proximity, opportunity. That's any crime, not just the crime in the hood. Circumstances. What are your circumstances? How are you doing financially? Are you doing okay? Are you barely making it? Are you struggling? That's a factor. Proximity. How close are you to crime? Do you live in an area where people are just piled on top of each other, pile on top of each other, pile on top of each other? Projects. Opportunity. I had to tell you what that is. That has nothing to do with the color of skin. But it does have a lot to do with your social class. And they trying to eliminate the middle class. So what do you think's coming after that? Ooh, I done went too deep. Let me stop. Let me read these comments and then we can get on to our last topic. I had to talk to my friend's son about this as he is engaged to a blonde-haired gal. I told him to be careful. It may not be her or her family, but society itself will try to punish you for who you love. Come on, yo. My wife is Filipino, Indian, Middle Eastern, and Caucasian. I catch eyeballs all the time. Some eyeballs are like, ooh, she's exotic looking, but some eyeballs are like, you know what I mean? So is what it is. Marcellus Williams is on death row right now, and DNA has cleared him. Bruh, goodness. The Innocence Project is getting a lot of brothers out of prison for crimes that they didn't commit, and I appreciate that. Keita, I do, hun. I tell him all the time, it ain't got nothing to do. The fact that Caucasian people do not report and speak up about stuff in the media like black people do, or that the media downplays white on white crime, because that's what was told to me by a black man who lives in a white neighborhood. There's white on white crime, but don't nobody talk about white on white crime. It's up to white people to report white on white crime. I don't live out in the burbs. I don't live out in the sticks. I don't live out there in gated community land. So I don't, you know what I mean? It just like I said to y'all about racism. That's not a problem we gonna solve. That's a white body problem. And until they even acknowledge and address the problem, the vicious cycle is going to continue. I hadn't seen it. I'd have been alive long enough to see the damn cycle start to repeat itself. So, besides, we know them folks underreport crime. Yeah, they do. Well, you know, we don't call the police a lot either. I know me myself, if it's something I can deal with myself, I ain't gonna call the police. Like my next door neighbor, he's an asshole. But I ain't gonna call the police on him. I'll be quick to like, hey, you since you talking so tough, I got some boxing gloves in here. Let's step on out here in the yard and I'm gonna get a tire. And we could both put our feet in the tire, and you could just start wailing away, and I can start wailing away. And when your frustrations are gone, and my frustrations are gone, and one of us ain't horizontal, that'll be the end of it. But see, I don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. You know what I mean? Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get my heavy bag, I'm going to put that out in the back, I'm going to start hitting the heavy bag, I'm going to go on, I'm going to get the speed bag, I'm going to get that out there, I'm going to let him know this boy got hands, you know, and if he's feeling crazy, or as they say, if you're feeling froggy, frog landing pad all up in here. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. We can do it. We can settle it like gentlemen. We can settle it like diplomats. We can settle it like warriors. We can settle it like assassins. However you want to do it. I'm with it 24/7. So, you know, it isn't our duty to fix their racism. Facts. I didn't make them jokers racist. It's not my responsibility to unmake that racism. Because I ain't the one precipitated it. Because you jealous, because you a hater, because you ain't good as me, because you can't jump as high or spit as far or run as fast or lift as much or hit as hard. You know, that's not my fault. Because you think we out to take all you women, because you think we out to establish ourselves as the majority, because you, and I mean, we didn't already said, leave us alone, let us go over here and do our own thing, and we won't bother your little system. And then when we went and established some stuff, you burned it all down. So we don't know what you want. You're sending me mixed signals. You see what I'm saying? You said go back to Africa. I wasn't there originally. So how am I gonna go back? But see, we getting off on a whole nother subject. Sweet Christmas. Oh, perfect segue. Sweet Christmas. This here, y'all, this is timeless. I am going to be perfectly honest with you. This It came out in 2023. This is one of the best books to come out in 2023. I've seen a lot of superheroes get the OP treatment. You know what I mean? Even T'Challa, T'Challa got the OP treatment with the Star Panther in Avengers Forever. So for those of you that don't know, the Star Panther is a multiversal T'Challa who operated more like Spider-Man initially, fighting a multiversal Killmonger who just goes to different universes and destroying Wakanda. And this particular Killmonger carries the axe of Bashinga and wears destroyer armor. Yeah, Asgardian destroyer armor. Okay. And then T'Challa wrapped himself up in vibranium, and that vibranium, I think, fell into the heart of a star, and he was in a cocoon, and he emerged out of this cocoon like super T'Challa, and and it looked like he was on like a Blue Marvel Sentry level of strength. We haven't been able to see Star Panther flex enough. I think he Avengers Alpha and Omega, when they brought all multiversal Avengers together. You know what I'm saying? You got to see a little bit. And what I get, he needs a whole story. But anyway, this ain't about the Star Panther. This is about Luke Cage. This, as you can see from the beard, is a futuristic version of Luke Cage. And in this futuristic version, Khonshu has basically dominated the earth and done away with all, or most, if not all, of the superheroes, because the only superhero that we get to see in action in this book is Luke Cage. And Luke Cage ain't just walking around as Power Man. Show you what I'm talking about. See that? Luke Cage was a hero, but in the shadow of the moon, I'm something else. I am the last confessor of the century, bequeath the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns and the darkness beyond the endless void. The blood of the Hulk flows through my veins. I have looked through the green door. I have faced the one who stares back, and my resolve is made of steel, and a dragon burns in my iron fist. I am not their God. I am what he fears. I am become the master of the living weapons. I am Power Man. Bruh. Let me tell y'all something. Bruh. Luke Cage with the power of the century, the Hulk, and Iron Fist. Go get the book. Go get the damn book. All's I'm gonna say. Pencils by Juan Cabal. I think. I'm pretty sure that it's Juan Cabal, because there are some beautiful images in this book. I mean, just banging. And there are a lot of jump backs to Juan Cabal. Sure is. Man, he got some pictures in here, man. Oh my goodness. This book is fire. Also, this book has ramifications on the current Marvel Universe. I'm not going to tell you how. You just going to have to go out and buy the book, or you can see my upcoming video about Timeless #1 featuring Luke Cage, Power Man, truly a power man. Very powerful. He's getting off some serious feats in this book. And ask yourself this question right here. What if that Luke Cage somehow managed to get into 616? Not saying that was going to happen, but just what if? What if? Paul Martin said Marvel is really making up for ignoring Luke's 50th anniversary in 22. Gang War, Timeless, and novel coming up. Yeah. Luke got all the tools in this run. Bruh, they put some respect on Luke Cage's name in this book. I was like, I was reading this book, like every page I was turning, I was like, man. Luke Cage, I can't hate. They totally put respect on Luke Cage's name in this book. Yeah, that part right there. That part. He is definitely OP AF. Definitely. But man, it ain't something you mad at though. You know, when you see what he's doing and what he's tanking and what you ain't mad. You ain't mad about it. Because I mean, let's be honest. He's going against a god. He gonna need more than steel hard skin to go up against a god. So there you go. Timeless. If it's not on your list, it needs to be on your list. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the time. Here, I forgot to put some music on. My bad, y'all. Okay. Q&A time, kiddies. Q&A time. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. If you got some questions, comments, discussion, some things you want to add, some things that's on your mind, some things that you've been thinking about, and you want to ask, go ahead and get it off your chest, man. Go ahead and get it off your chest. This is Q&A. Music courtesy of yours truly. I hadn't been so engrossed in the current topic, I probably would have put some music on. Okay, what we got here? When's the next giveaway? What am I at right now? Yeah, well, when I hit 1,000 subs, we'll have another giveaway. And I'm thinking about putting some some cooler stuff in there. I'm thinking about putting some cooler stuff in there. And getting my questions ready ahead of time. So y'all can't throw a brother off. Who makes it to the Super Bowl? I would love to see a classic Super Bowl matchup between my Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. Because hats off, man, to Green Bay. Damn. They embarrassed guys. Yeah. I Dallas Cowboys. Who makes it to the Super Bowl? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Detroit in the NFC, and I'm supposed to say Kansas City, and I'm supposed to say Kansas City. Baltimore and Detroit if KC and Green Bay don't make it. That makes sense? Let's go with that. From one bald guy to another. What razor do you recommend? Wow. What an odd question. I actually, I have two razors that I use. I have like a simple handheld razor that Harry. Harry's, does a pretty good job. It as long as I don't go against the grain, it stays pretty, shiny and skin-like for more than a week or two. I also have one of those handheld Norelco type things. It's got the round blades, and I just sometimes when I don't feel like, you just rub it across your head and it gets the hair like that. So between the two of them, yeah, I can say on this one. Good question, Paul. Thank you for asking. Your brother, the griot, needs a beat. Do you still do beats? Brother Griot knows all he has to do is friggin', you know what I'm saying? And I got him covered like a dirty shirt. I'll let you move. Put something in the giveaway for the ladies. Peter, I did put something in the giveaway for the ladies. There's a Wonder Woman action figure in there. Well, that ain't necessarily for the ladies, but that could be for the ladies. Are you saying an actual feminine item, Keita? Give me some examples, dear. What is it that you would like to be given to you? Tell me. I would love to know. Hey, Gray, I'm going to tell you something. Ain't nobody safe. Now, if you watch the wild card, all of them games, there's only one team that can get their asses outright kicked. The Rams. Lost by 1 point. Everybody else lost by a couple scores. Got whacked. So, playoffs, man, from what I can see, everybody gonna step their game up. So, ain't no telling. That's what I'm saying. People asking me, what are you thinking? But I can't give you no straight answer right now. When they get in the Super Bowl, I have a clear idea of who I think will take it. But right now, Muggs getting stumped out 32-9, 26-7. But I don't know how this gonna go. 49-19, whatever the hell it was, man. He predicting something, and 9 and 8 squads coming out stomping us. Get out of 11 and 6 squad. So that's anybody game. Yeah, ain't gonna be no cakewalk for nobody, bruh. Everybody gonna have to squabble and battle for theirs. See, Peter, I told you. Aurora, Monica, or Miss. Oh, you want to do a sister? I said, just go ahead and say that. If that's what you want, say that what you want. What's up, sisters in there? We don't want no Diana. We want a Nubia. Okay. All right, I got you. Say less, Queen. Say less. Which Wonder Woman will win in a fight, Carter's or Godot's? Godot's. She got a sword. She got a shield. She gonna beat the shit out of Linda Carter. That's gonna save you, Linda. That's not gonna save you. She coming with a and a knee. What do you think of Power Princess as a body for Nubia with the Black Spider-Woman head? Are you talking about that new? Well, there's only one Power Princess. Could work. Could work. Could definitely work. There are a lot of different Wonder Woman bodies. That being said, a quick paint and a head switch, it'll give you a Nubia. It'll give you a Nubia. No, Keita, they do not. Not a DC multiverse one, but I think like way back in the day, they made like a Migo Nubia, and it's like worth ridiculous amounts of money. That and the superpowers cyborg, like the cyborg based on the Super Friends Superpowers team TV show back in the 80s. They have a cyborg of that. That's worth like quite a bit of guap. And Muggs be putting them on eBay for a ridiculous price. Like, man, I ain't gonna pay those $20,000 for an action figure. You smoking some good crap. They want Life Choices money for that Nubia. Yeah, they be. My mother actually tried to get me. I actually posted a Thriller album. Thriller is original. I still have my original Thriller album. She wanted me to post her Thriller album on my eBay page for $999,999. Do you know I must have got like 50 messages? Muggs was like, I'll take it. Like, what's wrong with you? Are you out your mind? You must be doing drugs. Blah, blah, blah. So on and so forth. So, man, don't trip when you see those things on eBay like that with them ridiculous price tags. It is probably somebody's mother who has asked them to post something and she don't know the value of stuff on eBay. How about Power Prince's body and the Cyclone head sculpt of Black Adam. She's too light skinned. She's too light skinned, Gray. If you want to paint her a darker brown, okay. And you're going to have to paint her hair too, because her hair, I don't think is a jet black kind of color. I'm looking at either her or the black chick from The Force Awakens. I actually have one of her heads. I have to see how it fits, because she's got like some kind of headgear on right here. But I could doctor it up and, you know, make it look like a headdress or something like that. But I've got a few options. I actually have, I know where it is right now. There's an actual Wonder Woman body. It's like an OG Wonder Woman with the spangled swim trunks on and sandals and like a nice headband like that. I could see pulling that, you know, piecemealing some stuff together and making that into like a nice newbie. I got some options. See? I'm just see, I had to tell nobody. We know Cyclone is too fierce. Janet Jackson is going to tour with Nelly. Would you see her when she comes to Anchor? Yes. I 150,000% would go see Janet Jackson if she comes to Anchor. Matter of fact, I'll probably be the first one to get there. Yeah. I go Sony. No, I'm not. Filipino women crazy. You cut my head off. She didn't say nothing to me yesterday when it was Friday's birthday. But she was like, yeah, stuff. So yo, is we good? What's happening? Y'all ain't got nothing else for a brother? That was a good question session, y'all. Y'all put the monkey in the basket. That was really a little bit of everything. A little bit football, a little. Bruh. Yes, they are. My bad. Okay. How is it interacting with indigenous folks? Well, come on, yo, that depends on the indigenous folk. I have two daughters. One is Tlingit, that is an indigenous Alaskan native, and one is Cherokee, because her mother is Cherokee. I like interacting with the ones I interact with, and I don't interact with the ones that I don't like interacting with. If you're talking about specific interactions, I wouldn't necessarily say that there is anything that indigenous people do that make them better or worse to interact with. So It's just a matter of getting to know a person. Some people have memorable personalities and you gravitate towards them, and some people have crappy personalities and yet you gravitate towards them. So I don't think it has anything to do with people being indigenous. It's some black people I can't stand being around. It's some white people I can't stand being around. It's vice versa, you know, case by case basis. I try my best not to generalize. Are you checking out Superman Legacy? They gotta show me the trailer first. I gotta see what this new kid look like. Personally, we didn't need another Superman movie. Did we really need another Superman movie? Honestly. You want to see Superman? Go watch Man of Steel. Go watch Superman Returns. Go watch them 4 Superman movies that they made in the 70s and 80s. Go watch George Reed in the old Superman show. Go watch Kirk Allen as Superman. Go watch the Max Fleischer 1940 cartoon Superman. What do we need another Superman cartoon or movie or production? Anything Superman other than a damn comic book? When there are so many other characters that don't get no right. Green Lantern Corps is very underrepresented. I have never seen a we need more live action Bronze Tiger. We need a live action Icon. I'd rather have a live action Icon. I'd rather have a live action Val Zod. I'd rather have a live action Calvin Ellis. We ain't seen enough Superman. If you go do something with Superman, show me something I ain't seen. Don't go back and show that same whack ass tale again. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to. Okay, he's already Superman, but y'all still gonna have overtones of how or what, when, why. You ain't gonna go straight to him fighting Brainiac or go straight to him fighting, something Imperiex like, or something he can have a hard time with. I ain't with it. And if it's Lex Luthor and Lex Luthor ain't got no armor or nothing, I don't see that. I do not want to see Superman match wits with a mad scientist. It's Superman. Yeah, what I say, fam. A Bronze Tiger series, a Bronze Tiger movie, anything. I mean, if you want to do that, you can put some Batman overtones in it or something like that, but don't make it all about Batman. You know what I mean? Kind of like how we got to see Ben Affleck's Batman in Suicide Squad. You know how they just showed him for a quick second and he came up behind, dead shot, and you know what I'm saying? You don't need to make the whole entire movie about it. You could just tell, oh, this is Ben Turner, this is Bruce Wayne, they meet each other, and have Ben Turner kick his ass like he kicked his ass in Soul of the Dragon. That'd be fun to watch live action. See, Batman ain't got hands for everybody. Oh, I can see all the memes galore. Green Lantern Corps. Yeah, I heard something about a buddy cop movie or something like that, and I don't know. Big Brainiac, the villain. Brainiac is a villain we have not seen in live action. I'm not counting the CW and Smallville and all of that. I mean a live action movie. All you done got is God, Lex Luthor, and Doomsday. Those are the only Superman villains you have seen in live action. How many villains does Superman? You know what Superman villain I'd love to see in live action? Bloodsport. I'd love to see him shooting Superman with kryptonite weapons. I'd love to see that. You talking about Green Lantern Corps? You know how they do the reshoots and the hurry up and waits. I'm waiting for Jon Stewart. Bronze Tiger series without Batman, but filled with other mercenaries. No, I'm not saying Batman. I'm saying Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? Where I don't know if you've seen Soul of the Dragon, but it goes back to the days of like Batman when he was still studying, and he didn't know the 127,000 martial arts. And Ben Turner was grumpy as hell, and he didn't want nobody around him. And he was just like, "Get away from me! I'm gonna kick your ass. You ate up all the rice. I'm gonna kick your ass." You know what I'm saying? And when he finally beat him down, you know, and Bruce Wayne just kept getting back up, and Ben Turner was like, "Okay, all right, I got some respect for your resilience, even though you ain't got hands for me." I'd be very cool with a Bruce Wayne appearance like that, where he ain't looking so damn high and mighty. A Red Lion movie. Mongol. Yeah. Bloodsport is indeed a goon with it. Yeah, he whooped his natural butt. Oh, Batman needs some prep time now. I remember saying that out loud too. This is one time he could use some prep. DC Cosmic been ignored. Marvel ignored them straight. Isn't that ironic? A little too ironic. I want to see Icon and Rocket. I got you, boo. Icon and Rocket. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You're welcome. Who would you ask, Tita, for Icon and Rocket? If he was willing to shave his beard, I'm so glad you asked. They're not using him for Black Lightning right now, but I think Chris Williams has the right height and build for an Icon. And you got Ryan Reynolds and Chris. I can't even remember his last name. Why can't I remember his last name? The one Chris. Can't I remember his last name? It's just okay. Yeah, actually, y'all. What's Captain America's name? The actor who plays Captain America? He done played like 4 or 5 superheroes. So why can't Chris Williams be Icon? As far as Rocket. The little gal who played Ironheart gives me Rocket vibes. I feel like she could play Raquel. Kind of reminds me of her too. Chris Evans, yeah. Why couldn't I remember Evans? I don't know why. But yeah, what's her name? Dominique Thorne. Her and Chris Williams. I think they'd be a great Icon. Mo McCray. I feel like if he could do it if he bulked up. He need to bulk up a lot. Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer starting to get up there age-wise. I mean, can Keke Palmer still play a teenager? Because, I mean, when Raquel first becomes Rocket, she's a teenager. So, I don't know. The girl with the Q name who played Annie. See, you like me, Paul. I stored so much stuff up here, man. My random accents memory started to cut shit out. I couldn't even remember Chris Evans. You see what I'm saying? That knowledge was totally pushed out of my head. Bruh. You could have just said Mo needs to bulk up. Mo need to lift some weight. Mo need to work out. You just wanted to say Paul. Oh my goodness. Well, since we have some questions, bruh. Yeah, her. That girl. I don't know. She probably at just the right age, to where she could be a rocket. I can see that. So, since we asking, I think I'll ask the question: who y'all got for Static? They do a Static movie. I know we tired of Black Lightning-based superheroes, but if they decide to do a Static movie, who y'all want to see as Static? I'm about to give you my question right now. Alex Hibbert, Kevin from The Chi. That's my choice. Boom. His name is Alex Hibbert, Paul. That guy. Yes, definitely. I think he'd be a great Static. And both Gamoyo and Gray, like Caleb McLaughlin. Okay. Both good choices. Yeah. I think so too. He gives off Virgil vibes. He definitely gives off Virgil vibes. He's a good actor too. I'm still on some Chi. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for that next season. I'm like, what's up? What's gonna happen? What we gonna do about Duda? Somebody need to do something about Duda. Duda he's too unpredictable to be left alive. He just doing the most, man. I'm like, I don't like that, brother. Yeah, huge fan of the Chi over here, man. Huge fan of the Chi, man. I was so happy when Paramount and Showtime linked up. I didn't know what to do, man. I was over the moon. I don't like the Chi again. Yeah, so Yeah, real thrilled about that. I think I binged like 2 seasons in 1 week, man. So, yeah, big Shy fan over here. Very, very big Shy fan over here. Teenager are close to it. These cats less than 30-year-olds with Miles and Virgil. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, man. Give Caleb or Alex a chance, man, because they are both dynamic young actors, man. So yeah, give them boys a shot. I would totally watch either one of them. What do you think about the actor who plays Duda as T'Challa? Nope. That's a big nope. You know what I'm saying? And not because he don't look it, but just the energy that I currently feel about Duda just won't translate to T'Challa for me. But that's just me. My emotions are getting in the way, Paul. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know I'll be able to do it. I don't know if I'm able to do it. He's a good actor, though. He is a good actor. I do not have any qualms about him as an actor, but I do got to do it. That's just me, though. His name is Curtis Cook. Curtis with 2 S's. Oh. Okay. We got looking up shit again. Cause I'm one of them people, man. Did you mean Trevor Jackson, Tina? Cause you put Tavor. I'm like, who the heck is Tavor? You meant Trevor Jackson. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I'm like, what? Who? What about Trevor Jackson? Who would Trevor Jackson play, Keaton? That's the dude from Superfly, or the new Superfly. Who would he play? You talking about him playing Blue Marble, or Static? Either one. One he too old for. Another one I feel like he's too young for. Curtis Cook, Blue Marble. I could see Curtis Cook doing Blue Marble before I see him doing T'Challa. He strikes me as somebody. Some fans want 40-year-old Steven Yeun. Amadeus Cho. Speaking of Amadeus Cho, I have the last piece on the way for that totally awesome Hulk Build-A-Figure. And I will be able to build a totally awesome Hulk. Curtis Cook as, no, I'm sorry, Trevor Jackson is Static. Nah, he too old and he light skinned. Virgil ain't team light skinned. He's Superfly. Look here, y'all. All these questions done helped us slip past the 2-hour mark. And I am ready to. Y'all got me thinking about like ideas for customs, and here I am again at it. I done let another what you call it get past me. Look here. Trevor Jackson is James Rhodes' age. Uh, Trevor Jackson ain't even 30 yet. How old is Rhodey? Well, look here, y'all. I'm about to break up out of here, man. Let me turn this music off. Because y'all getting a little too comfortable. Y'all falling asleep. Look here, y'all. That is it for now. But fret not, I will be coming at y'all one more again real soon. Thanks for pulling up in the live, hanging out with a brother. I'll be back with another one of them other ones. I promise I'll be back with another one of them other ones, man. And when I do, I hope y'all pull up because I'm going to have some good stuff for you. Cue the music.